What is up, and welcome to 8% Club. Every single Friday we're live with you. We're consistent about it and we do not quit. We just had a comment recently and it made us think of this title. Should the 92% stats scare you? One person was like, they responded to one of my old videos that Dylan, I think his video was like 2 or 3 years old. And they said the 92% stat kind of scared them. Right? So if you're thinking about getting in the insurance industry, naturally, should 92% failure rate scare you off? That I believe it's the toughest industry on planet Earth. Should that scare you away? What's unique is it will scare some people away naturally, because some people don't want to do anything that's difficult. But the kind of the reason I kind of like it is naturally, if someone says like, I want to do something, right? For instance, you know, that little two minute or 100-second hanging bar challenge they had at the fair, Dylan. They said if someone's like, the chances of you completing this task is low, like it's difficult, most people don't make it. Does that not naturally, like, it naturally attracts me to doing it? So if someone says the chances of you succeeding at doing this are really low, like telesales, for instance. Telesales is very difficult. Most people fail at telesales. It's even tougher, right? I am attracted to things that are difficult. I'm naturally, like, it challenges me. When someone says, dude, you'll probably not be good at this. You'll probably not succeed at this. You'll probably fail. You'll probably hate this. It attracts me. Now, I'm not saying that you watching or anyone you know or other people are like that. But naturally, when something is difficult, it draws me in. I don't know what, if it's easy, everyone can do it. Not everyone's making 6 figures, right? Not everyone's making even 7 figures, $250,000. In this industry, there's more millionaires in this industry than any other industry in the world, and I think that's why. Because it's tough, right? It's difficult. Now, it can be less difficult if you can figure out what your system is and actually be consistent week in and week out. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why insurance agents fail, is there's a lack of consistency. It's like a freaking roller coaster. It doesn't have to be. I mean, there's some speakers out there that say success should look like this, right? Well, it's not gonna look like that either. You know, it's not like, oh, it's just amazing. It's just upward climb of success, right? It's always gonna be a roller coaster. We have roller coasters here every single day, right? But we stay consistent and we don't give up. Biggest reason people fail at stuff in general in life is they quit. If you don't quit, you never actually fail. Yeah, you're not reaching the goals you want to achieve because it's difficult. That's fine. But if you quit along the way, then you have 0% chance of succeeding because you quit, aka you failed, right? So as long as you don't quit and you keep growing, like I know insurance agents, a lot of insurance agents that have been doing this 30 years, 25 years, 40 years, and they're not even that good at it. They don't even work that hard. They never work that hard. But they're sitting on 6 figures of renewals because they just didn't quit. Right? And I'm not saying that's my personality. I'm not saying that's what you want to do. I'm not saying that's what I want to do. I don't want to just be okay at something and just be not a quitter and then, oh, by the way, 20 years later I'm successful. Like, that's just not my definition of success. My definition of success is, how difficult is it? How quick can I get there? And what do I need to do to freaking get there, right? Like, going above and beyond and doing more. So should it scare you? I really don't think it should. I think if anything, it should freaking challenge you and let you know that not everyone's gonna make it. Okay, like, everyone can, I love Taco Bell. Everybody can succeed working at Taco Bell, right? You know, how can I help you? What would you like to eat today, right? Hey, my name's Cody. Welcome to Taco Bell. What can I get you? Right? I love Taco Bell. Okay, a bean burrito, excellent bean burrito. What else can I get you? Would you like a cinnamon twist with that? Would you like, a medium or a large drink? Excellent. You're at $6.25. Okay, perfect. Would you like to also add our new empanadas? Whatever, right? Excellent. Cash or card? How would you like to pay today? Right? It's not complicated. That doesn't attract me to working there. If anyone can do it, and it's really easy, and you're going to succeed, but you're going to get paid less because it's not complicated, So that's how I think through stuff, right? I think, okay, if everyone succeeds at it, it's probably going to pay less. The tougher it is, the more it should pay. So I don't think it should scare you away, because the best industry in the world is difficult. It ain't easy, and it ain't easy for a reason, because it rewards people that are successful in it. A lot of people make 6 figures. A lot of people make 70 grand their first year. A lot of people make 200 grand their first year. A lot of people make $600,000. I know agents that are writing $750,000 by themselves without a team. A lot of people make 7 figures. Companies make 20. I just visited with a company this week that made $25 million. You ain't doing that working at Taco Bell, right? So I don't think, I mean, if you don't have the right mindset and a winner's mentality, then it should scare you away. But if you're a winner, if you thrive and work your butt off to be successful, and if you're focused on the outcome, then no, it shouldn't scare you. So yeah, 92% fell, whoop-de-doo. Most people, I mean, 9 out of 10 people that we hire are lazy. So maybe you just have to not be lazy and you'll succeed. So at the end of the day, like, yeah, 92% fell. It should not scare you though, because if you want to be successful, you can be successful. That's why we put out so much free content every single day. Every single day, I mean, we're getting close to 10,000 YouTube subscribers that are 100% insurance agents. I can't find another insurance agent training YouTube channel that doesn't try to recruit you and that simply tries to provide free value that has grown like ours has. I can't, because, but also that I mean, when you see it, should that scare you away? Because should that scare us away? Because there's not other YouTube channels that are doing it like we're doing it, putting out content every day. It's difficult. It's a lot of work. You got to have a video team. You got to have a lot of expenses. You got to have a payroll. You got to have an office. You got to have a studio. You got to have 10 screens. You got to spend $60K on a studio. All this stuff. Should that scare us away because other people aren't doing it? No. It should attract us to the opportunity. So, same thing can be said for being an insurance agent. It should attract you to the opportunity, because the opportunity is there, the income potential is there. You just got to freaking go for it and want it. So I don't think it should scare you. I think it should attract you. Any questions or comments or?
Yeah. Caleb Adams said, "Makes me work even harder."
Yeah, I mean, dude, abso-freaking-lutely. It should challenge you, man.
And I'm not mic'd up, so you might like.
Yeah. Okay. So Dylan said Caleb Adams, Jonesboro, Arkansas agent, said that it motivates him, right? It challenges him. It makes him want to succeed and work harder, and as it should, because it does me too.
We do have a question from Omar.
Omar has a question.
What's the best time to call life insurance clients?
What's the best time to call life insurance clients? Good question. I'm going to answer it in 2 ways. If it's for final expense insurance, then it can be any time. I prefer evenings and weekends. Also can be said that if you're calling for like term life insurance or IULs or people like 40 to 60, then they're probably working. So then you should call them definitely in the evenings and weekends, okay? Final expense, you can get away with calling in the afternoon. Term life insurance for a 49-year-old, you maybe can't get away for calling it. So that's what you got to think is, okay, the target market that I'm calling, final expense, they're normally on Social Security. Term, they normally work. So if they normally work, call them outside of work hours. I think the best window, though, is Sunday, late afternoon, early evening, Saturday mornings, evenings. Like I just love that. I really do. I know agencies that have all their agents come together. They only call on Fridays. They call all day on Fridays. They call for final expense. You can't do that if the person's younger. And then they'll walk out of that dial day, only Fridays, with 28 set appointments for every single agent. 7 Monday, 7 Tuesday, 7 Wednesday, 7 Thursday. But you can't do that for term. You know, you can't do that for younger life insurance clients. Great question, buddy. Thank you so much.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
I'm pretty sure it was a president.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that was yeah. Dylan says it was a president, Lyndon B. Johnson, right? He's the history buff.
He asked, "I'm kind of shy using the phone, but I want to help clients and agents alike."
He said, "I'm kind of shy on the phone, but I want to help agents and clients alike. I'm kind of shy on the phone." I think like Dylan, have you ever had a phone sales job?
No.
Would you be a little fearful if I handed you 20 final expense leads and said, hey, set appointments?
Yes.
And he's never had a phone job. And yes, he would be fearful of calling final expense leads, right? I use an example because he's telling the truth. Because most people that have little to no phone sales experience have a little fear and anxiety about picking it up because of they haven't done it before, less experience. They haven't been trained before. They don't know necessarily what to do. They don't always know what to expect. When they do have a random, you know what they're mostly afraid of? Is the random stupid response that says, you know what, I'm gonna just be buried in a ditch. And then you're like, what the heck do I say to that, right? That's what people are mostly scared of. So if that's what I think that's what most people are scared of. It's not that the script is perfect, but they're scared of those really random, dumb responses that we get when we call leads. So if that's what you're scared of, write every response that you think you're gonna get and write a rebuttal for it. And then if you've got a script word for word, if you're prepared that no matter what they say, you've got one of these 3 rebuttals to grab, then it becomes easier. I mean, I was helping a new agent make calls. Lyndon, I was helping a new agent make calls on Monday night, actually, at 7 o'clock here at the office. And they were scared because when they got responses, they didn't know what to say. Now, the agree, answer, and ask with a script and a specific rebuttal to say, hey, I'm not interested. Perfect, I understand that. It's just my job to get you the information. It's up to you with whatever you want to do with it. I'll be out in your area on Friday. Should I drop it off in the morning or in the afternoon? Right? If that's what's funny is if you have something to grab and it's on paper and they can say this and you can say this, it becomes easier, doesn't it? So think through that. Role play it, script it out, be prepared, right? Prior preparation prevents poor performance. That's what somebody else said at a training one time. And then it becomes easier. So I hope that helps. Most people are scared. They're not scared of calling and reading the script. They're scared of what the prospect's going to say on the other end of the phone. No matter what they say, there's something you can say. Any other questions?
Yeah, Omar Rodriguez. He asked, Cody, what advice would you have for a part-time agent?
Cody, what advice would you have for a part-time agent as far as activity, right? Activity schedule, yeah, okay. I was part-time. The number one excuse insurance agents make is I don't have enough time, right? I made $117K at 19 and I was in college taking 21 credit hours a semester and playing basketball and still freaking crushed it. Your goal should be, even part-time, I'm gonna lower the bar just because, should be to set 10 appointments every week and sit with 6. So, or sell on the phone, whatever. But you can pick 10 blank hours, 12 blank hours, whatever it is, throughout your entire week, whether it be mornings, evenings, weekends, Sundays, Saturday mornings, Friday afternoons, even part-time, you can find 10 open hours to put appointments into. So that's my recommendation. 2 things. Number 1, you need designated dial times. And to book 10 appointments, you're gonna need at least 2 hours, probably about 2 separate 1-hour sessions to where you can plug into leads. So 3 steps. Part-time agent, and you can use this for a video later, Dylan. 3 steps for helping a part-time agent make even 60K at least, right? As possible. Step number 1, you need leads to call every week. You need a steady flow of leads. Boom. You can do that, right? Yes. Right, Omar? Step number 2, you need 2 separate 1-hour dial times every week. It can be Saturday morning and Monday night. I don't care what it is. You need 2 separate 1-hour dial sessions, total of 2 hours. You set an appointment every 15 minutes. Then guess what? You just booked 8 in that example, okay? And you want to end up sitting with 6. So if you got to book 10, then call for 3 hours a week. Leads, specific dial times. And the third thing is windows for when you can book appointments. If you work Monday through Thursday from 9 to 6, then you can run appointments Friday at, let's just say your dial time is Friday morning from 8 to 10. Then you can run appointments from at 11, 12:30, 2, 3:30, 5. There's 5 appointments. You just need 5 other set times. You can also do the same thing on Friday or on a Saturday, and you could book a couple times on Sunday. So those are the 3 things. Leads, steady flow, minimum 20, okay? 2 to 3 hours of structured, specific dial times. And 3, you need specific, and you don't have to do 90-minute appointment times. You can do an hour. You can do 75 minutes. And then you need about 8 to 10 open, available appointment times that you fill up every week, okay? And you can do that. And then guess what? You do that, I don't care what product you're selling, you're earning $60K part-time, which is probably more than you're working full-time. Am I right? Okay, there's the long, deliberate response. Thank you for the question, buddy. That's a good one. Any other thoughts or questions?
Yeah, Clayton Wood.
Clayton Wood.
He said, good stuff, Cody. I sell group benefits, but have been thinking about selling Medicare supplements after business hours.
Good stuff, Cody. I sell group insurance, but I'm thinking about selling Medicare supplements.
His question is, how much
after business hours?
How much servicing the client goes into MedSup?
How much servicing the client goes into MedSup? Only 2 things. I would say there's 3 things that most Medicare supplements do, and you could use another video, Dylan. 3 things that most Medicare supplement agents do to service a client, okay? If the client reaches out to you with like a claim help, doesn't happen much, maybe once a year, okay? But if, MedSup, it's pretty easy. Medicare, MedSup, it pays for the remainder. It supplements Medicare, picks up the other 20%. You have a 100% comprehensive plan, and it covers it, right? If you get an inbound request, then that's something you got to help. You should also send out a letter while shopping their plan, okay? Once a year, around their anniversary date. You should shop and let them know that you're doing it. I don't care whether you do it through letter, text, call, whatever, okay? Maybe an inbound request. You should shop it once a year and check on them, let them know you're checking on them. And then you should send them like a birthday card, or maybe a Christmas card. Maybe the birthday card. Most birthday cards typically say, hey, thanks for doing business with me, right? That's stupid, don't say that. You could say, Betty, you were born, happy birthday. You were born in 1945. Back in 1945, you were able to get a can of Coke for 50 cents. Now it costs $1, so here's $1 and put it in the envelope with the card. Here's $1, have a Coke on me, happy birthday. From your favorite Medicare agent, Cody, right? Or whatever. Those are a few ideas. Be unique, stand out. Those are the kind of the 3 things to think through when servicing a Medicare supplement client. So hope that helps. That's a good question, man. That's a really good question. There's you a couple separate single videos, Dylan. He loves pulling videos out of shows.
That's all the questions.
Cool, that's all the questions. I love being on 8% Club. We've been going for 20 minutes. You guys are amazing. The stat should not scare you. Freaking have some heart, some determination, get serious, think bigger, realize you want to stop playing life small, and go attack at 8% and freaking succeed. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.